When you think of the INFJ personality type, you'd think of their qualities of high self-standards and intuition would act to shield them from addictive tendencies. Well, unfortunately, that's not always the case. INFJs, like most other personality types, possess a level of addiction in their own unique way and for their own reasons, 6 of which we'll be talking about today. Welcome, or welcome back, Psycho. Before we start, have you liked and subscribed to our channel? Go ahead and be sure to click the notification bell while you're there so that you never miss a video. Alright, let's get right into it, starting with number 1. They form deep bonds to things they feel attached to. One of the main reasons the INFJ is said to be prone to addictive traits is due to the deep connection they intensely make with everything they enjoy. This tendency, of course, can be used for good, allowing the INFJ to stay on track with healthy behaviors and habits that make them feel good. However, on the other side of things, this deep bonding can pertain to behaviors that aren't so beneficial. For example, if an INFJ forms an addiction to an illicit substance, it's not only the substance they bond to, but everything that comes with it. They'll feel a connection to the way it's consumed, the places they consume it, and the activities they do while under the influence. This behavior is actually quite common in addiction, meaning it's not exactly unique to the INFJ personality type per se. However, INFJs feel this bond emotionally, not just impulsively. Because of their intuitive need to feel things on a deeper level in order to truly enjoy them, they can definitely end up feeling a little more affected. Number 2. An escape from their loud minds. INFJs don't realize it, but for the most part, this introspective personality type is always on the lookout for something, or even someone, that can help quiet their chattery minds for just a moment. They wouldn't change their inner imagination and obsessive tendencies for the world, but when they get a taste of what it's like to be free from the thoughts for a brief while, they can feel a sense of relief that's difficult to give up. Whether it be those couple of glasses of weekend wine that eventually turn into an evening ritual, or even simply things like setting out to scroll through social media for 20 minutes only to find an hour or two has gone by. These silly little habits that aren't thought much of can eventually turn into a little more than just a habit over time, all for the sake of a little mental break. Number 3. A longing to dive deeper into their minds. When INFJs aren't looking for a break from their inner chatty minds, they're diving deeper and expanding their inner imagination. When it comes to mind-altering substances, the INFJ can be more prone to dabbling in the psychedelic realm than any other illicit affair. In fact, according to ArrowPassageRecoveryCenter.com, while personality types such as ENFP and ENTP tend to be more thrill-seeking, they're said to be more prone to amphetamine addictions. Meanwhile, INFJs and INTJs tend to believe that everything in the universe is interconnected, leading them to be more likely to develop an addiction to hallucinogenic mushrooms. Some may argue that these types of substances are not addictive, but to the INFJ, who have such a longing to see the deepest aspect of things, mind-altering substances that allow them a deeper look can really catch their interest. They may even go out of their way to find a place for these substances within their daily lives, as living life on the surface can seem boring in comparison. Number 4. Getting overindulgence out of their system. If an INFJ discovers a new song they really like, you can be sure it'll be on repeat for at least a few days, or at least long enough for them to get tired of it. Or better yet, if this personality type takes a liking to a newfound condiment, you can be sure they're going to have it with every meal, until they can't fathom the thought of eating it again. Of course, it's not always this way, but for the most part, when INFJs find something new they really love, they will wear it out in somewhat excessive manner in hopes of getting it out of their system. This tactic actually works for the simpler things like songs and condiments. But what happens when this overindulgence leads to a growing interest in the behaviors rather than the opposite outcome. This is when addiction can creep on in, eventually leading the INFJ to realize the hole they've dug for themselves. Interestingly enough, the stress of this realization only adds fuel to the fire, especially when it's paired with feeling out of control. Number 5. They are more prone to depression. With deep thoughts and a harshly realistic view of the world that surrounds them, there's no wonder why the INFJ chooses to spend so much time barricaded in their minds. However, living in your own thoughts doesn't always provide the escape the INFJ is longing for. In fact, like we said before, sometimes their mind is the thing that needs escaping from. And because of this, the INFJ is actually one of the main personality types that's considered to be prone to depressive episodes in life. Eventually, most INFJs will develop certain coping mechanisms that will help them manage the dark times. Yet, most of the time they end up prolonging the process. Instead of opting for feel-good behaviors that take a little effort, such as walking in nature, meditating, and journaling, they're more likely to turn to coping mechanisms that they've used in the past, such as binge-watching TV or Netflix, video game playing, and other easy, effortless activities that take their mind off things. In turn, these low-vibration activities end up making the INFJ feel worse, leading them further away from their normal selves. And number 6. Extroverted feeling function, grip stress. INFJs are equipped with a tetry extroverted feeling function that can definitely cause a host of addictive behaviors if not used properly. Normally, this function lies in the background of the INFJ's brain, acting to help balance out things and prevent them from relying too heavily on their dominant functions. Yet, in times of serious stress or burnout, the INFJ can end up relying on this function in place of their introverted intuition. And that's when things can get ugly. Disordered eating, oversleeping, overworking, overindulgence, impulsivity, and recklessness take over when the INFJ is in this grip stress place, making the INFJ much more prone to addictive behaviors than normal. They may find that they're doing things that are quite out of character, such as recklessly spending more money than usual or eating things they don't usually allow themselves to. This dominance of their extroverted feeling function can be especially dangerous when the INFJ doesn't quite realize that they're in this negative loop, because they can easily rationalize everything they do in the name of the introverted intuition. Little do they know that dominant function is MIA, and their untrained tetry function has taken its place, wreaking some serious havoc along the way. Well, that wraps up today's video, Psychos. Please don't forget to like and share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more Psycho videos.